Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina. Today I have a journal to share with you. I've been talking about going and learning how to do eco printing at a friend's house a couple weeks ago, and I've got the journal put together. I haven't done anything inside of it because I think I'm going to give it to my stepfather for a gift. And so I haven't done anything inside of it. I'm going to share with you what I think I might do inside of it for him and ask your opinions on what you think. I'm just not sure. So I will show you the outside of this. I had so much fun doing this, and my friends and I were already planning on doing this summer. So this was in the winter. All we had was like dry leaves. We didn't collect anything before it was already well into winter. We didn't collect any leaves or anything. So this is the prints we got off of winter leaves. We did have a few eucalyptus leaves that our friend that was teaching us how to do this had saved in her freezer, but that was it. So anyway, this is the outside of my journal. This is the back. Right here, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but right here is a beautiful maple leaf. I'll show it to you. You can just see it. It's so pretty. Here's another pretty leaf. And this is from an antler, a deer antler. She made us each a button, so I've used it as my closure. These, I will show you where I got those. They were off of this necklace. They came from, I took them off of here. They were in with these little pieces. They were on here. There was there was a wood. They were in between here, right in between there on this little necklace. And I just thought they looked like they would go good with this. And so I put them there. And I think they do. Oops, I don't want to lose that. I like that little jump ring. So anyway, so I liked that. And I used embroidery floss. I had some embroidery floss that was variegated, like not variegated, but different colors here. And so I used that. I used it to do my spine. And then I thought, well, I will use it to do my closure. And I had the 4 colors that I use. So on one, I used 2 of the colors and the green, and I braided them. And then on the other, I used the other 2 colors and the green and braided those. And then I put them through these little bead things and tied a knot. So that's how I did that. Now on the outside of this, we needed to sew, and I used this stitch. It ended up that it was a little bit too far. The raveling was going to go in too far. So I used another thread that was closer to the color. It does show up on my eucalyptus leaves. Now these eucalyptus leaves were dead. They were from here. But I'll tell you about that here in a minute. So I used another stitch, just a zigzag, and went closer to the edge. So when this frays, it won't fray in too far. I'm sorry, just a moment. I'm sorry, I still have a cold from being sick. So I use this pretty stitch around the edge. I really like that, and I like the green. So I'll tell you about this leaf here. This was a eucalyptus leaf, and it should have just left like a brown. But right here is a strawberry. You cut the very tip of as little of the strawberry as you can. You leave the strawberry that you would eat, but you're cutting the greens off, and you cut as little of it off as you can. You want it as flat as you can because it'll it'll be too much bulk and make it. It's okay on your wool here. This is wool, but when you do it on your paper, it'll make it tear. So you want as little of it as you can. So I placed a strawberry here, and it put red on my leaf. That was so cool, and it did it over here. It was really cool. And then this right here is an onion that left this. So then here is that maple leaf. You can see it much better there. So I gotta admit, when we went back and we tried to stitched these together, oh, when I went to class, I was a hot mess and I couldn't do it. I kept messing up. I just kept messing up, and I just could not do. I couldn't get this stitch down, even though we've done it. And finally, I just quit, and I said, I've got to go home. I got home, and my blood pressure was way low. It was way low. I have low. I have low blood pressure. I have medicine to take when it gets low, and I just didn't think about it. But I was acting funny. I even knew I was acting funny, but I just never thought about my blood pressure. I got home and I had left the water running. I did all kinds of stuff. I got home and I was like, what is going on around this house? I couldn't believe it when I found the water running. I left a bag sitting on the table that I meant to take. I can't even remember what else. There was about 5 things. And I was like, are you kidding me? Glad I made it through the day. But so I sat down yesterday. That was Monday. Today is Thursday. I sat down yesterday and I did my stitching and it went fine. I got it all done. So I need my blood pressure to be normal. It was low. It was low. So I walk around. My normal blood pressure, me walking around, is when I'm about 110 over 60. That's my walking around blood pressure. So, you know, it's, when I say low, it's pretty low. So anyway, here's some leaves, and then when you open it up, I've got some more pretty leaves. So isn't it cool? This is just so much fun. So anyway, well, I made a mistake here, and I have too much here, and I considered cutting this and stitching it. I think I could get that on my machine and restitch that, and I still might do it. Right now I'm not going to, but I still might cut that and stitch that, because I think, you know, I think I could get this in my machine and do it. I think I could, but I'm not sure. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do about that, because it is very annoying, because what you got to do is either tuck it in like this or flip it over like that, and this is just not a thing, I don't think, unless I tuck it down and sew it down. I could do that. I could do that, and that would be okay. You just don't want to mess with it. That would be okay. That would actually be very pretty to do that. I may do that. I gotta do something, because you just can't mess with it flipping all over. Anyway, you open it up, and we have all of these pretty, and I did scan most of these. I scanned all of them that were pretty. These are some of the, what are these? What did I tell you these are? Eucalyptus. This is eucalyptus that the lady teaching us, our friend, that she's moved here from Arizona. She brought these from Arizona. I've never seen the eucalyptus like this. This is the one I've always seen. So, and like some of these, like right here, you can see the veins, but you really can't see any color from it. Oh, I've got others also. See, this is the eucalyptus. Isn't this pretty? I hope you can see this. I could probably break. Oh, I moved the camera. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can get you. That's probably as close as I can get you. I got some other papers I can bring in here. This is a strawberry right here. That might be an onion. Not sure. And you can just see veins. That, I think, is a maple. I'm not sure what that was, but it sure left it interesting. This is like a long, skinny, but it sure left an interesting pattern there, all the little polka dots. Yeah, that's a maple there. This is so pretty. I like this little leaf right here. It's another strawberry and a strawberry. Not sure what was right here. Now this right here is the string. We have to roll them around a copper pipe. We roll our papers around a copper pipe and we have to wrap them to tie them around it, and that's the string. That's onion right there, I can tell. I don't know what that is. Oops, I didn't cut that string. I'll have to do that. I'll just do that right now. I'm not sure that's tied right. I'm going to hold off on that. Isn't this one beautiful? I got it right where you need it. The scissors are in the way. What about that? Even the pages where you just see the hints of the leaves, I think, are so pretty. Now, I'll tell you what I didn't tell you what my thought was, is to get some lined paper and cut it to where it's about 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch, and just put a strip of adhesive up here at the top and put it on here for writing, but you can still lift it up and see the leaves and stuff underneath, and you've got a, you know, like a, that's kind of my thought, make it a journal where you can write in, but you can still see the beautiful leaves and stuff underneath. What do you think if I gave it as a gift that way? And I thought about maybe on pages like this where it's just really not much, putting photo corners and putting a picture of the grandkids there, like a, you know, a Christmas picture of all of them here, or, you know, whatever picture I have of them, a fun picture of them together, of him and one of the grandkids or something, on a page where it's really not a big deal. What do you think? I have about a month to get this. His birthday's in April 18th, I think. So that's my idea. But this eco printing, it was fun. These little bitty ones are little bitty eucalyptus leaves that my good friend found in her yard. She didn't know what they were. We were putting them on our, sorry, that's this thing on my glass mat. I can't seem to get it off and have everything in. But we were putting them on our papers, and our friend that was teaching us, she goes, "What are those?" We said, "We don't know." And she goes, "Well, they're eucalyptus." Like, okay. So they left beautiful little marks. This is onion skin right here. That's what that one was that I didn't know. That's onion skin. I forgot about that. We were putting onion skin on them. They leave an interesting mark. But you don't want to put them over something you want to show, because it's not going to show. The onion skin is going to take over, and it's going to leave a mark over here. See, it takes over. I think something here was going to leave a pretty mark, because that's really pretty starting and then it ends. Looks like a little fern. Excuse me, I really like this one. I think there's a strawberry right there, and there's this little eucalyptus. And I don't know what made all this pretty color in the background. And I laid one little leaf from I had a leftover leaf from the eucalyptus there. Strawberry there. I loved this one. This one's one of my favorite. All of the color here. I meant to put this one in the middle. It got tore here, but I don't care. I love it. I was not getting rid of it. this one was one of the ones that got tied. So I would put a picture here. So let me know what you think about my ideas. And let me grab the other thing that I forgot to bring in here. Oh, I'll have to zoom out for you to see these. We also did some other papers just to have to use, like in, you know, when we do other things. We can't fold them, but in clusters and stuff. This was when we wrapped them. We didn't want the string marks on these, so we wrapped them, and this was our paper towel. That looks pretty cool. I can use this. There was only one, and the other two girls said, take that, you'll use it faster than we will. So it's pretty cool. It looks kind of purplish, and I like it. So.
Trash, they're there.
They're here for that? Oh, I gotta pause for just a moment, okay? I'm back. Sorry about that. My parents showed up. So anyway, this was just a piece of, what was this? Paper towel that we wrapped it with around. When we wrapped around the copper piping, we wrapped the paper towel. And we had to wrap these with the paper towel because these would have ripped if we put the string around these. It would have went right through these because they were so delicate. So these were from an Alice that one of my friends brought. And these really didn't put the leaf marks on them very much. Every once in a while there's a little bit. But look at the pretty colors that we got on them. And I think these will be great for putting into journals, like, you know, making little clusters, cutting little pieces out, or die cutting. I just think they're fabulous. Or like in Marguerite Miller, when it says a list, you know, cutting out a little bit of this, die cutting it or whatever, and just having part of that. So the color on these is very, very interesting, and makes you wonder, like, how did we get this color out, you know? You saw what was on the other paper, and these were in the same pot. They all boiled together in the same pot. So how did we get all this in here? The paper towel was completely white. There was no decoration on the paper towel or anything. So the color did not come from the paper towel. So it's very interesting. Look at this one. I really liked this one. I thought this one was really cool. And I like the tearing. You know, I won't tear that off. I will keep that. That will go into whatever cluster this goes into for me. So I think this is, look at that one. Now this one has some leaves. You can see the leaves on this one. So yeah, what made the leaves show up on this one? So that's pretty cool. I like it. I was trying to see. I was trying to see something real quick. I'm sorry. Oh. It does. Okay. Very, very cool. So anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you today. My lovely little journal. I had so much fun. I feel so blessed that we have this new art studio in town, and that the lady that runs it, she's so generous, and she just takes her time to, you know, to teach us these things, and it's just so much fun. I'm loving it, and like, I had no idea how to do these stitches before. I only knew the pamphlet stitch. I would see these types of stitches on
things, but I had no idea how you would go about doing this. And so learning it has been so much fun for me. I do have a little bit of hard time with my hands, but I am on a new medicine that's making it so much easier for me. My hands don't hurt so bad, so I could do it. And it's fun. I have fun. So anyway, thank you for joining me today. You have a fabulous day, and I will be seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.